Hey guys, good morning. Happy Thursday. Hope everybody's having a good morning. Happy TBT. I look forward to seeing some pictures on Facebook today. I always enjoy them. I actually posted a few TBT pictures myself. I think you'll really like. Back on the porch today. Uncle Tony's back on the porch. I'm going to do the segment today. Going to do a good episode. I think everybody's going to enjoy. Really feels good to be out here, but it is kind of chilly. It is chilly. I don't know how long it's going to last or what's going to go on today, but right now, for a Florida boy, it is chilly. So guess what I'm going to talk about? I'm going to talk about 5 things Florida people do when it gets cold, because this is going to be hilarious. Now, as most of you know, I spent some time up north. I spent a little over 2 years in Kansas. I spent a handful of years in Wisconsin, about 3 years in Georgia, and 3 years in Jacksonville, but that's still Florida, and the Florida roots still even hold strong up in Jacksonville. So, I was going to do Keys people, what Keys people do when it gets cold, but I'm just going to keep it to Florida because I had a couple buddies up in Jacksonville that turned into super sissies, especially Nard, when it came to the winter. So I'm going to talk about 5 things what Florida people do when it gets cold. Number 5, still wear sandals. They'll have the whole outfit on, like a long sleeve shirt or a jacket or like pants, and then they'll still have sandals on. So I think it's kind of defeating the purpose that you got your whole body covered, but your feet are still exposed, which your feet get really cold. But there's going to be somebody today walking around that's going to have the whole setup on, and then they're still going to have sandals on. So Florida people be like, wearing sandals. Alright, number 4 is a lot of us, I don't have this problem anymore, and I'll tell you why, but there's a lot of people, in the wintertime, we look homeless, because Florida people really don't have winter clothes. We don't go winter shopping, we don't buy winter jackets, we just kind of have that same jacket, or those same pair of pants, or those sweaters, or the long sleeve shirts that we've had for years and years that we keep around for just in case. So you'll see, like, a bunch of people walking around today, they just kind of don't look too high. It's like, fashion's out the window when it gets cold. It's just about covering your body, and we'll pretty much cover it with anything, so luckily for me, I spent some time up north, so I had to buy that kind of stuff, and I kind of have it. That being said, number 3, we get a little over the top, and that includes me. When it comes to wearing our winter clothes, even though it's, only in the 60s or maybe in the low 50s, we still dress like it's the Arctic tundra, and it's snowing, and it's below zero, very over the top. I'm talking beanies, gloves, it's just the whole 9 yards, people, bundling up, walking around, they got the sweater on, then they'll have the jacket over the sweater. It's like, come on, you got these tourists walking around in shorts and a t-shirt, but we're kind of doing it over the top. The next one, we don't want to do anything when it comes to outside when it's cold, which can be kind of frustrating if you're trying to, do something. And, I call some of my Florida people, and I'll go back to my buddy back in Jacksonville, Nard, and a lot of the boys up there. It's like, hey man, blah blah, let's go do this, or let's go out and do this. Let's go get something to eat. Let's go get a cup of coffee. Let's go downtown. No, man, it's too cold. It's way too cold. I'm staying inside today. No way, it's too cold, brr. It's cold. I'm like, okay, so it's 50 degrees, and we're bundling up in our bedrooms and watching movies. Florida people, you gotta love them. The number one thing, which I think is funny, we turn the heat on, even though it would be suffice if we just shut the windows and turn the AC off. No, Florida people, we like to crank the heat and make it seem like it's a tropical oasis in our house. Like, I'll go to people's house today, and I'm sure if I walk in the door, I'm going to immediately start sweating because the heat's going to be on that high. I'm definitely going to see some pictures today on Facebook of tourists probably jumping in the water, which we always think is great. Florida people, we're never happy. It's either too hot or it's too cold. You're never going to hear Florida people talk about, oh, the weather's just perfect today. We're Florida people. We're the divas of the United States. Hope you enjoyed the episode. I got to go to work today. I'm thinking of you. Hope you're thinking of me. Everybody have a good day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Boom, boom, on the porch.